Today I have something super special for you, my friends. If you want to work on your handstand, these are objectively the best exercises, and you can ask anyone who agrees with me. If you can add these exercises to your handstand routine, I can guarantee you will advance so much faster than without. Not only that, but you will be building massive amounts of both strength as well as mobility, which will help you with all kinds of other fitness endeavors as well. So if you're ready, let's go and have some fun. We are fully going to remove the balancing part so we can focus both on our mobility, but most importantly on our full body control and tension, starting with the most important exercise. Well, this looks like probably one of the easiest exercises you've ever seen. It is one of the hardest exercises I have ever done. Lay down completely, back flat on the floor. Number one, point your toes all the way by flexing your posterior chain in your lower legs. Number two, press your legs together by flexing your adductors, the inside of your thighs. Number three, extend your legs by flexing your quads, which is going to extend your knee. For some of you, if you have the control and the strength, your heels will start raising from the floor, and now we have complete tension in our lower body. Now comes the really important part, the most important part, which is tilting your pelvis, complete anterior tilt until your lower back is in full contact with the floor. If your head still has space, tilt it even more. Spinal erectors in full contact with the floor. And now what's going to happen for most is you're going to lose the tension in your legs because you do not have the strength, you do not have the control. Keep everything as tense and as flexed as we said before. Now we're going to lengthen our shoulders and press our hands downwards against the floor, and then lengthen them as far as we can and pull them together. It should look something like this, and if you're doing it right, just holding this for 5 to 10 seconds will probably be the hardest thing you have ever done in your life. Take a short break and repeat once more. Do it once or twice for 10 to 15 seconds, and then go into your handstand and see the instant difference you can have with it. Now, for those of you who are not happy with just a 20 to 50% increase in their handstand ability, we're going to move on to the next exercise, and all we're going to need for that is a nice and cozy wall. Legs completely extended, placing our hands on the floor, and we're gonna shimmy back with our butt all the way until it is in full contact. Start elevating our scapula, extending our arms slowly, carefully, raise our feet and open our legs sideways, pressing our butt against the wall and holding it once again for 5, then 10, then 15 seconds. I would say 15 to 20 seconds. That is more than enough per repetition, and 2 to 3 repetitions maximum is all you need. Now this moves us to by far one of my favorite mobility exercises when it comes to overhead mobility for our arms, as well as thoracic mobility in our upper back. We're going to get into a tucked handstand position. We're just gonna walk up like so, keep both our knees as well as our hips bent, move forward with our shoulders, and then press our chest towards that wall, opening up our shoulders and chest, holding for a second or two, and releasing that tension. It doesn't have to be a long range of motion, just pressing, opening up your chest, going into full extension in your spine, and then releasing that tension before we move into the next repetition. Amazing thoracic opener, amazing mobility for our spine, and amazing mobility for our shoulders, and of course amazing for building overhead strength. And this will help you with the thing that most people struggle with, which is being fully straight in your upper body and in your shoulders with your arm extended above your head. Now, to be able to do a good handstand, you need to have full control over your spinal musculature and the ability to move your vertebrae into the right position. This time we're going to leave a lot of space between the wall and our hands because we're going to need that space. Our body is this time extended. Move into spinal extension like so by pushing our butt towards the wall and by pushing our stomach towards the floor, bending in your knees like so to open up your chest and shoulders once more, which means that now you are combining this tucked chest opener with the spinal extension, switching between lumbar extension towards thoracic extension, back to lumbar extension, building massive strength in your arms and shoulders, of course, massive control throughout your spinal musculature and your core while you are working on your handstand capabilities. Now, just for a change, so we're not always upside down, we're going to grab ourselves a pull-up bar to work on our shoulder and chest by doing tucked skin the cats. Pull in your knees. Now, we're also building a lot of strength in our hip flexors and core by raising, building a lot of control in our shoulder and arm musculature by lowering into this stretchy position, relaxing into it, holding for 10, maybe 20, maximum 30, and then either reversing into the starting position, or you can also just hold for 10, 20, 30, and carefully. If you're not scared, try this one. I would suggest you do the first one, because then you build even more strength in the rotational movements in your shoulders. But if you do not have the strength, or if you do not want to do that, then be my guest. Now, this last one is one that I use with pretty much all of my clients because it has some amazing benefits when it comes to strength as well as control. Once again, we're gonna get nice and close to a wall. Walk as close to the wall as you dare. And once you are here, open your legs because we're gonna need that for weight distribution. Level number one is just shifting to the left and shifting to the right. Most or almost all of your weight on one side and then on the other. And the next level is basically just shoulder taps. Shift your weight carefully, slowly, touch your shoulder, hold for a second, reverse to the other side, touch, hold for a second, reverse to the other side, and repeat this as often as you can in one single set. Working a lot on our shoulder and arm strength, working a lot on our control. But most importantly, it's going to teach us how to shift our weight, not only from one side to another, but in general when it comes to full body weight distribution in an overhead position. And there you have it, my friends. 6 or 7 exercises that are gonna make your handstand practice so much more effective, help you work on your mobility, on your control, on your strength, on your balance, and most importantly, strengthening that mind-muscle connection so we can get into the perfect handstand. Now, I've heard that Australians only train like this, upside down and backwards, so if they can do it, then sure shit you can do it too. If you like the video, and come on, subscribe. We do stuff like that almost every single day, which means that I'll probably see you very soon. Until then, have a good one. Captain Cairo, peace out.